Beautiful day, Patriots. How are you? It's been a long time. It's an absolute pleasure to be back. I have finally figured out how to get back onto my YouTube channel, and I'm very excited to share something brand new that I have. It's a brand new theory that I came across last night while I was, well, I'll explain it as I go. This is new, and like I say, this was something that I have. It's just a new theory. Let's see how this goes. We're going to be talking about stars. We don't know what stars are. We don't even know what planets are. The only thing that we know about them is what we can observe with our eyes and telescope and what other governmental agencies tell us what they are. We don't get real footage of it. We get CGI images of it at best. So let's go ahead and talk about this. When we look up in the sky, we see stars, not planets, but the stars, and they shimmer and shine. We've seen plenty of videos of this, and you can even see it with your naked eye, but if you've got a telescope and you look at stars, they glimmer red, blue, green, red, blue, green, blue, red, blue, green, blue, red, blue. So a lot of people have different theories about why that might be the case. We're going to discuss this right now. We're going to go ahead, again, this is a theory. You don't have to get all upset if this is not what you think or believe. But I'm pretty sure you are living in a bubble if you think that the earth is round. Enough said about that. So let's go on with this theory. We're looking at, right now what I'm drawing is our flat earth. Now what we're putting right here is the dome that we live under. Okay? Now most people around the world believe this. It's the Americans that have the hardest time believing that we actually live on a flat earth. Many cultures in South America, Europe, Asia, the UN, Geneva, just it's not just a theory. It's, anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm brand new. I'm back. It's been a long time since I've spoken. So let's go ahead. Now we're looking at the earth here, and this is our dome. And when we talk about the dome, we call it a glass ceiling, a glass dome. Now, when we give it those words, glass, that gives us the impression that we can see through it, right? Because that's what we think the stars are on the outside of this dome. Some do, some don't. That's irrelevant for what we're going to be talking about right now. What I'm proposing is that this glass dome is not a see-through dome, but it's as black as this desk right here. And it would be considered, or let's think of it as a black mirror, let's say, a very black reflective surface. Now what supports that theory is that when we talk about the moon, that there's a lot of great evidence of that the moon is actually just reflecting the Earth's continents and image up onto the moon, okay? So now we've got that going on. We've also got within the flat earth, we've got plenty of people that have shown that the sun and the moon, which are actually the same size, which is ridiculous, that when it goes around, it shows, they've been able to show how the different seasons and lighting works. Now, when we're looking at this flat earth, I'm proposing that these stars are reflecting off the black dome, not the glass dome, but the black mirror dome. And they shimmer and they shine and do this. Okay, now let's go ahead and look at this same image from a different point of view. I'm going to draw our flat earth, which is now the ice dome, ice wall, with maybe the opening, say here, which leads into other larger circular areas, which then the dome is around, with other continents around here. If you've heard of these theories, fine. If you haven't heard of these theories, fine. I'm talking to the people that are knowing what's going on. Now, when we look at our flat Earth looking down, let's just say this is South America, North America, then we've got Europe, and then we've got China and Asia, and then Russia that comes around back over to North America, and then back down to South America. We've got the Antarctica down here, which is our ice wall, say Australia. It's a rough draft, okay? Now, what I'm proposing is that there will be spots in Russia, there's spots in America, there's spots in China, there's spots in Antarctica, there's places in Australia. There's so much ocean that we are not allowed to go to and look at because of military installations, which are basically more or less the fallen angels technology areas, okay? There's no UFOs coming from outer space, coming into our dome. They are trapped in this dome and will always be stuck in this dome. When we die, our souls will go elsewhere. The fallen angels, the aliens, they are stuck here and they are upset and mad. Now, here's my theory, is that if you took a light underneath the ocean or underneath a lake or underneath the water and shine that light up, it would reflect through the water and hit this dome as a pinpoint, which would then shimmer and shine. How did I come up with this theory? I was in the bathtub last night. Here's the bathtub. Here's me sitting in the water. And as the water was coming into the bathtub, and as it was filling up, the water would create these bubbles. And as the bubbles were hitting the surface of the water, the light on the ceiling was shining down. And what was happening is that when it would hit a bubble, the light would hit the bubble, and then it would travel through the water, and on the bottom of the bathtub, it would create that shimmer, shiny star effect. It was extremely bright, and yet you would see no, light rays going down. The light would hit the bubble, it would reflect down, and remember, it's also a dome, and it would reflect down and give that shimmering, shiny look. My mind instantly went, wow, that's how a possibility of the stars that we're looking at. Now, the bubbles would move up and down with the water, but this would not move up and down. It would stay exactly where it was at and shimmer and shine. Now, if the bubbles moved a little bit, it would move a little bit like this also. So, my proposal is, as I had already said, that it would be very possible for a light source to be under the water, be a lake, be a natural ocean, a swimming pool, whatever, and shine the light through the water and reflect off of the black dome. Not the glass ceiling, but the black dome. I'm a scuba diver. So when you're underneath the water, you have a mask over your face. So when you have your eyes, you look through air first, then through water, and if you look up towards the surface, you would then see the sun shining through the water into your eyes. But it would go through air, then through water, air again. It would be very possible for this type of technology, because these fallen angels have been here forever, to be able to create this. We know we're not traveling through the space because these fixed stars and the sun always show up every single year on the solstices and every single day of the year at the exact same spot on a year cycle. If we were traveling through space, it would be completely impossible. My name is Gregory Allen Hamilton. We will discuss this much more in the future. God bless you.